Okay, hopefully this last little bit works. Sorry about that. Last video. So the behavioral and financial consequences of service quality, I'm sure we can all imagine it. You know, when you have superior quality and better behaviors, you're going to have better revenue, increased referrals, and you're going to have lower cost to attract customers. So have a quick look at this graph and go on to the next slide. So this is called the apostle model. It's in your textbook. So a lot of these hotels and inns and such we recognize from the marketplace. So some have a higher satisfaction rate, and those also often lead to a higher loyalty rate. That Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons, high loyalty rate. So you have the loyalists in there. You have the hostages that are kind of have mediocre satisfaction and pretty good loyalty, often due to the cost and experience. And then the mercenaries, the Renaissance hotels and Fairmont hotels, pretty low loyalty from customers, but high satisfaction when they visit them. Different reasons for both of those, I'm sure. And then you have the defector, so their satisfaction is low, loyalty is low, and we see that in like the Red Roof Inns and the Days Inn. I'm sure there's other businesses that if we were in class I would plot in there, we could maybe brainstorm, but online difficult to do that. The service profit chain. So employee satisfaction, leads to loyalty. The internal service quality is better and employee productivity is improved when you have a higher satisfaction of employees. The customer satisfaction also leads to loyalty, and the value of the services provided to the customer is typically better. You have a higher customer retention percentages. And when you look at the lifetime value of a customer, the financial value of long-term relationships is a lot higher, and the potential lifetime revenue or the average lifespan of a customer varies by industry, but it is very significant to different customers and in the customer service scope. So the sales of additional products and services is able to happen when you have that lifetime revenue or lifetime relationship with clients, as well as referrals often come when you reach that point. So here is the service profit chain. I won't go through this too much because it's difficult to explain on a computer, but when you have internal service quality and employee satisfaction and good retention and productivity, it's going to lead to growth and profitability. When you don't have those things, that's what you're losing out on. You're spending more money trying to get more customers. You're spending more money trying to retain your customers. But when you look at customized attention given to guests, you look at how can you find that? You can do it through regular audits of your company. And then so the higher the industry average, the better your growth and profitability will be. A good example is the lifetime value of a family to Disney. It's over $50,000 to Disney. So when you visit Disney World the first time, you want to visit it again, or you want to visit other parks. So the lifetime value of that client and keeping the customer happy is much higher than the single experience. For the ski industry, I was surprised at how high it is. The lifetime value of a skier or boarder is $52,000. So very important for them to keep that customer satisfaction up. So there's two types of marketing that we are looking at today. We're looking at the offensive type marketing, where you're attracting more better customers. You're improving your reputation of your company, hoping to gain a higher market share, and maybe some price premiums go along with that. And then there's the defensive marketing, where you're looking to retain your existing customers. This is usually a little bit cheaper. Your longtime customers are more profitable, so it's a lower cost. Attracting a new customer is 5 times more costly. A lot of businesses will tell you that it's much better for them to keep that existing customer than to try to find new ones. So offensive in the effective service. So when you're looking at the defensive marketing and your customer retention, you've got lower costs. You got lots of purchases happening. they're often going to pay a premium price, and they'll give you that word of mouth advertising, and then your margins and profits are higher. With your offensive marketing, you're trying to gain market share and gain a reputation, and that does lead to sales, which does also lead to profits, but it's a little bit more, it's more expensive to do. You're paying a premium to do that type of marketing. So the financial implications of poor customer service. Consumer spending trends correspond with customer satisfaction. Unhappy customers spend less. It's pretty simple. You go to a restaurant, you order a drink, your food doesn't come quick, you're probably not going to order dessert and extra things if everything hasn't gone along according to plan. Frustrated customers may share unfavorable opinions. We've got social media out there. Customer service terrorists. I love that they're using that word now because it can absolutely destroy companies. We're starting to see in the marketplace companies suing people for giving them unfair reviews, that aren't warranted, and that I hope stops some of this terrorist type attitude that people seem to have towards companies. Business spending to replace customers. 81% of Americans refuse to do business after poor service. So every time that customer walks through the door, we need to make sure that that experience from beginning to end through the whole service scape, their experience with our company, is great, because it's so hard to get them back. There's going to be bad experiences no matter what. I've never met a company that hasn't had a client that's unhappy. Resolving the customer complaint is a big part of customer service. So the associated cost, 52% of people that make a complaint are expecting compensation, even if the problem is resolved. 70% are seeking an apology or reimbursement. So interesting statistics there, that not everybody that makes a complaint is expecting reimbursement. They just want an apology or something else, depending on the situation. Customers are more forgiving if a company has earned trust over time. So if you have a relationship with a company, it's going to be a lot easier to get that client back if they just have a one-off bad experience and they've had other great experiences. So 9 out of 10 consumers willing to give a company a second chance. That's if they've experienced great customer service in the past. So that statistic is much higher than the last slide, where I think it was 81% refused to do business after poor service. So it's great when you can get them in the first while and give great experience, and if something happens and goes wrong, at least they might come back to you 9 out of 10 times. Reducing customer bad experiences by 5% can double the profits. I mean, when you look at the lifetime value of a customer, if you can reduce any negative experiences in the beginning, you're going to do a lot better off. So this is the last slide. It was supposed to be the next class was on chapter 2. I'll upload some more videos for you to watch. These ones were a little bit longer than I anticipated. I've got to get that down a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll put some more notes for you to be updated on.